Welcome to Baird Manor. So we got the Legends set from AtmosFx. We've been very excited about this. I've actually been excited about it since last year. So we're gonna do a live demo. This is our testing out. Oh boy, getting that zoom just right on here is not easy. It's for some reason the zoom in and out is touchier on this than on my camera on my phone. Oh my goodness. I'll just leave it like that, I guess. Okay, yeah, so Legends, the new set from Atmos just dropped today. They had teasers for this last year, including the Headless Horseman, which we were really excited about, but we weren't able to get it last year. So we're excited now, after a year of waiting to get it. So I thought we're slowly setting up our backyard haunt, and so I thought we'd test it out here. So this guy's the Pumpkin King. He looks really similar to our Home Depot Inferno, doesn't he? Who just happens to be over there. He's not lit up yet, but we've got our new stack of lanterns from Home Depot over there too, for a little.
We should go over there later.
Ambiance. Yeah, we can go over there and show it. All right, so this is projecting on the Atmos illusion material too. So you can see how it's looking. I wish my phone was a little bit better in low light, but you can see the part that matters most. And for the projector, we're using Optima ZH406. It's overkill for this, but this way you'll be able to see it better on my phone. I will be using a smaller projector on Halloween night when we're doing this, but this way you'll be able to see it really good. Okay, so that's the Pumpkin King. I'm digging the Pumpkin King. He's very like cross-grouped with the 12-foot Inferno from Home Depot, and maybe a splash of Return to Oz from the 80s. And you get the Pumpkin King. In fact, if we turn on one of the other ones, he's got some little minions too. Let's try one of those. That's very bright. And while he's pulling that up, I can see if I can figure out how to view the chat while we're in here, and then you guys can ask any questions you have if I can make it visible somehow. Probably end up killing the live stream. So that's how many people are watching there.
No, like right there.
Oh yeah, you're right. There it is. Okay. My youngest son knows more about live streaming on YouTube than I do. Doesn't surprise any of us, huh? Yes, this is the new effect from AtmosFx. This one's the Pumpkin King sitting on his throne. Maybe I'll just move the tripod closer. The zoom is too touchy for me to be able to do it effectively, so I'm just going to move my whole phone closer so you can see better. Yeah, very cool set. Very cool set. Game of Thrones meets Groot. This guy's a little trick-or-treating pail. The mesh is very transparent. In fact, let's see if I can I get back there in the dark without wrecking something? I don't think I'll be able to show very good in the dark, but if you think of like the screen in your Windows, it's maybe about that level of see-through. And so if you may not be able to see it on here, but we are getting some bleed-through light onto the fence in the back. So it is transparent. That makes it good for rear projection too. So if we had the projector from the back, then people would be able to see it in the front. So it can work front projecting or rear projecting. And the chats only show up here for a second, so if I miss your chat, maybe I should have someone be monitoring the chat for us. We're testing out this live stream thing too. I think we'll do a more a longer live stream, kind of a Halloween preview in a couple of weeks once we have more stuff set up. Now look at those little Groots, little pumpkin Groots. Got pumpkin Groots around the Pumpkin King. I don't know if you guys have seen the new Groot shorts on Disney Plus. They remind me of that. Let's see. I haven't decided which projector I'm going to use for this yet. Because there's been kind of this long evolution of my projectors. So I've got, I think, like 15 of these small, cheap projectors, like $10 to $50. But the $50 ones would actually probably work fine for this. And I got a bunch of those. So I might use that, or I'm really liking that AXA P6X that I've done some reviews on. It's small and portable and really bright. It's about 1,000 lumens, and I think that one's a 1080p. All the cheap ones are not. All the cheap ones are not 1080p. So I don't know. That's a long way of saying I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. I got to finish planning out what all we're going to have. In fact, one of the things that we're going to have is our own 12, 13 foot Scarecrow with a projected face that can interact with trick-or-treaters. So we're going to show you what that's looking like tonight too, I think. But maybe should we try one of the other ones? Maybe a Headless Horseman? The Headless Horseman's the one that we were actually waiting for the most. That's the one we've been wanting, because I've been wanting to do a projection mapping project with Headless Horseman for a really long time, but it's hard to find a good Headless Horseman. So I'm excited about this. And maybe with this light you can see how translucent it is. Maybe you can see the trees behind it and the fence behind it a little better. Pull up one of the Sleepy Hollow ones. Got very loud crickets in the yard tonight. That's good for Sleepy Hollow. Feels kind of like fall out here, but at the same time, it was 100 degrees here, so that doesn't feel very fall, that part. Yes, Headless Horseman. The mesh is from AtmosFx. So at the end of this live stream, I'll put links to all this stuff too. So this is their mesh that AtmosFx sells on their website. Their Holliston material. I've tried a bunch of different ones of those. Like frosted shower curtains work pretty good, but they're more white, whereas this is more gray. A lot of people like kind of like a gray chiffon type material. So I really like this one. It's I use it for the stuff I want to see the best in the haunt. I missed that question.
What was your favorite jamboree?
My favorite jamboree? Oh, that's a tough one. What's your favorite jamboree?
I don't know. There's tons of them,
oh,
and
man.
all of them are really awesome.
I don't know if I can choose. I mean, the one that comes to mind is the Sleepy Hollow story, but that's just because I'm watching Headless Horseman right now. I don't know if I have a favorite. What's your favorite? You can type in the chat which is your favorite jack-o'-lantern jamboree. Now, should we try a different Headless Horseman? Yeah, it's always so bright.
It was about to throw up and then just what?
We met the Horseman's match. It wasn't a bridge. It was a bright projector. Bright light, bright light. So, like a lot of these. Oh, dude, the Poe story. Yeah, I agree with that too. Edgar Allan Poe. We quote him on a regular basis, don't we? Darkness there and nothing more.
Whenever all the lights go off, we just say that.
So this like a lot of the Atmos packs, it comes with different versions of each of these videos. They have that disc that they have that's popular with the Moon collection that they have. So you can get a version of this on the disc format. Then they have the Holliston material that does not have a background behind it. It's just the character. And then they have a wall version which has the full figure and the background. Like with the Headless Horseman, there's a cabin background or there's a forest background. And then there's also a window version of it that's not the full figure. It's the upper torso, more or less, because it goes in the window. So each of these you'd get, and this pack comes with the three legends of the Headless Horseman, the Pumpkin King, and the Grim Reaper.
Do we even have them downloaded?
I got some of the Grim Reapers downloaded. I haven't finished downloading everything. There were some technical difficulties too. If you've bought it and had trouble with the files, Atmos I think has all that fixed now, but I didn't get them all downloaded. Should we try one of the Grim Reaper ones? Bright light, bright light.
Yeah, that's what happens when all the lights come on. Just like that.
Yeah. The scariest thing of all for Halloween is Windows. Especially Windows 11. Grim Reaper, Deadly Apparition. I haven't actually looked at the Grim Reaper ones very much yet.
It just says Grim, and it reminds me of the new skeleton.
Grim. Yes, the Spirit Store Grim, the animatronic skeleton.
Yeah.
We may or may not have him in our garage right now. Oh, that's going to look spooky in the dark. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera very good, but...
Oh, yeah, it's pretty hard to see, but that
Okay, there's some lightning. That helps. Oh, he's cool looking. I like that. Okay, I'm going to try moving the camera closer again here without blocking the projector. He's cool. Right? They're awesome. And they're getting, like, the quality is getting better and better too. We've been using them for a long time, and like these look really 3D, and the detail and the lighting is really good on these new videos.
It's giant.
Is flashing part of the video? Yes, it is. So some of these have lightning. They all have kind of little subtle differences between each video, and so some of them have lighting and lightning. And how much is bleeding through the fabric? I wonder if I can show you, or if it's not going to show up very good. Maybe if I step over the projector here and try not to trip in the dark. Like with, there you go, you can kind of see what it's bleeding through to the fence. Obviously it's easier to see in person, but there you have some on the fence behind it. And there's ways to mitigate that with the angle of the projector. If you're going to do front projector, you wouldn't necessarily need the mesh either. The mesh just allows flexibility so you can do front or rear projection. It's not a bad angle to see him because then you get the sunset behind him too. It's cool. All right, what other Grim ones do we have downloaded? Yeah, it's hard to walk. Our yard is a mess as we're trying to get everything ready. I'm sure everybody here can relate to that. So this one has the background behind it. We're not projecting from the rear this time. This one is front. And this is overkill. I'm using one of our better projectors just because it'll show up better on the live stream. We won't use one like this on Halloween night. We'll use something that will be good for the naked eye, be able to be good enough, but for the live stream we're using one of our big Optimus. Alright, what does it, do we have that one where he like kills the guy? That was really macabre. Super macabre. Let's see if I have that one downloaded yet.
Maybe not.
Yeah, we'll make an educated guess. Out of time.
It's pretty cool.
It is cool.
For a second, I couldn't see his thumb.
I'll have to check that out. K2, I'm not familiar with that one. I'll have to check it out. And I've got that other new AXA one too, the Halloween projector that their newest one that we started testing out, but as soon as we get more of our Halloween stuff out in our yard, then we're gonna be able to test that one out some more. That one would probably work well for this.
For a second, I thought he only had 4 fingers, but one of his fingers was like hidden.
Right? Because cartoons almost always have 4. Huh. All right, any other cool Grim ones? And then we thought while we have the projector out, we'll show you one of our other projects we're working on. So we'll check out 1 or 2 more of these, and then we'll show you this other Scarecrow projection thing we're working on. Ooh, graveyard. Okay, that just reminded me of a guy jumping out of a cake saying happy birthday for some reason. Happy birthday!
Like the Jackbox where the guy who comes out of the cake.
That's cool. That's cool. And right behind where we are now is where our graveyard is, so I can set up some screen and have this in our graveyard. We're just running this off the laptop right now, so we can kind of pick and choose which one we want to look at. But on Halloween night, we'll run it on a loop. Okay, I think that's a pretty good glimpse. Is there anything else that we really like that we should show? And we're going to do another one of these in a couple of weeks, where we show more of our setup. But this is kind of a sneak preview and a chance for us to make sure we understand how this live streaming thing works still. So I think that's pretty good. Let's pivot over to a different projector. Now, if you can bear with us for a second, we have to change our projector situation around a little bit. But we have, so everyone's got the 12-foot Inferno, which is cool. We got one of those too. And we saw, let's switch the HDMI actually from this projector to that one, if you can see in the dark. And so we went to this theme park that's here in Utah called Evermore Park. It's a really unique, cool, Renaissance medieval type theme park. And at Halloween they do a big thing for Halloween, and they had this like 13 foot scarecrow named Mordrum that had a projected face that was interactive, so that it could interact with everybody that comes. And so we decided we're going to try to make him this year. We're a little bit behind, but I think we got the hardest parts done.
I think we actually have a video of him on the channel.
I haven't uploaded much of, well, we do have one of Mordrum, the original Mordrum, and then I've shot some video of how we made this, but we haven't got that done yet. So as soon as we get this all hooked up, then we'll show you. Now he's still PVC. He's basically a 12-foot tall PVC guy with one arm so far. But we finished carving the foam head. It's probably like 3 feet across. And tonight was the first night we tried shining the projector on it. And so we're getting kind of a feel for what it's going to look like, and then we'll adjust the face. So let's see if we can get that fired up and see what that looks like too. So there's a few different things I use to run them on a loop. The small cheap projectors actually have players built in, which is actually really nice. So for like $50 projector that's pretty bright, all I need is plug the thumb drive in there. The bigger projectors, I have to have a media player. Oh, we still got the Atmos connected.
It's funny.
The mica players are pretty cheap. They're like $50 on Amazon. But the warning with those is I've had the sound go out on like 3 of them. So kind of where I'm starting to use now is a Sprite media player. It's a little bit more. It's closer to 100, but they're higher quality because nothing's as bad as having your audio or something go wrong on Halloween night, right? You need guys to find it. All right, you guys just enjoy the PVC Scarecrow of nothingness, and I'll find his face here in just a second.
Pretty bad right now, but it'll look really cool.
Tell them stories. Tell them stories of spooky things. Here it is. Okay, put the audio on.
Sure, why not?
let me put on some audio. Why is it not working? Here we go.
Wait,
Oh,
is
it's still playing the other one
Oh.
now. Oh, it's playing a bunch of them.
Whoa!
Okay.
Wait, what?
Stand by.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Close all windows.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay, okay.
Got a
We're good.
cacophony of scary creatures. There we go.
We should dig move
Okay.
it closer. I think someone asked you something.
All right, I probably missed some questions while I was getting this running.
I think you can. Right there.
Oh, I can touch that. See, dude, this is why we have kids, so they can tell us how to use equipment. Raspberry Pis are cool. Super flexible, right? You can do about anything with them, and pretty inexpensive. So I haven't done a lot with them. There's no particular reason, but they're good. Raspberry Pis are cool. I might just make me a retro Nintendo with one this year too. So here he is. He doesn't look like much with his PVC frame, but if you look up, maybe I'll try to find the video of the original Mordrum so you can picture in your head what he's going to look like. And obviously his face is going to be a little smaller in proportion to the pumpkin. We just need to map that. But he looks really cool. I wonder if I can step back far enough with one of the boys in the frame so you can get the scale. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I can't really see you very good, but he's massive. I think he might actually be taller than the Inferno. He might be closer to 13 feet. So once we got some extra ambient light in the haunt, then he's just going to be awesome. Oh, there you can see him. You can see how tall it is. So there's going to be lots of vines on them and everything, and interactive. But we'll have something recorded like this when we don't want to do interactive, but then we can make a little hut back there with a computer, and we can use Adobe Character Animator. It can look at your facial expressions, and the face will change based on what your face is doing. And so then we can interact with trick-or-treaters as they walk by. So all sorts of fun. There's not enough time to get everything done because there's too many fun things out there to do. Okay, I think that's it for tonight. We're gonna do a longer live stream in a couple weeks once we have more set up, and things will look a lot better. This is all pretty preliminary. So we will bid you all a happy September 1st tomorrow, which for me is kind of the official beginning of Halloween season. And we'll end our live stream with our latest acquisition from Home Depot. Is it 7 foot or 8 foot?
8.
The Stacko lanterns.
Almost turned into going to tons of Home Depots.
Yeah, it was another thing like last year trying to get one of these. Had to go to a bunch of stores and finagle them. So, all right, until the next video and until the next live stream. Hope everybody's projects are coming along, and that it's a little stressful trying to get it all done for Halloween, but hopefully you guys are enjoying it along the way. So, I'll talk to you later.